gonna give me another high five because we're gonna be called it. All right. Energy. All right, guys, check this out. Now, remember I said when the iron's hot, you gotta press, right? And the opportunities are created by what you do, and they're lost by what you don't do. I'm a believer in that. Wherever I go, I'm going to look at opportunity. So Denise and I, we met with the first bank involved. They don't have anything, but we have an open door to relationship for you guys. So if you get somebody that has good credit and your traditional loan, now you're going to have access to banks. Not just mortgage companies, not just, hard lending money, but real banks, which is going to increase your value. Okay? I was even trying to persuade her to start a new division, right? I was putting,
Have you considered doing commercials? She's like,
no. Okay. Now we walked right next door. There was another one Source Credit Union. We went in there, and the lady, the teller, looked at me like I was crazy. By the end of the day, she introduced me to one person who introduced me to the manager that runs the REOs.
This is
right.
This is it right here.
And so
this is for the ones that can.
He liked what we were talking about, but they just went through 2 REOs, so they already know what we're doing works. So he's going to give us the number of the person who runs the mortgage, and also for janitorial for my other client. So we filled that. Then I said we were coming back downtown, and that big ass BBVA was there. I'm like staring at me. Come talk to me, Paul. I said, we're going to park. We're going to go there. We went in there. And we started talking with the person. The guy wanted to do business today.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he was fiending because I told him, listen, PNC, I knew the inside what was going on. And he gave us the number and the email address to the guy who runs the 6 branches for REOs. The guy was loving it.
Which one?
BBVA. Okay, now we decided, since we're parked there, let's go across the street because Sunflower was sounding real good to me. Sunflower Bank.
Oh, I can get behind that bank.
Okay, we went in there.
Dude, and it's pretty
law.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a beautiful building.
It's a beautiful
Me and Paul were just
Do they
like,
have sunflowers?
no.
No, but I'm gonna come to start something. You walk in,
don't,
there's a
beautiful.
long walk through. Then they got nice tables there, nice chairs. So I went to the teller. I want to talk to your mortgage person. She came a little bit out, and we started talking, and she started telling me. Yeah, she started telling me the janitorial and all that. So she said to call back. She gave me the number today at 3 o'clock of the head person that runs the REOs and non-performing notes. I got the number today. So overall, we had a productive day. She got to say her spiel with, real estate. I got to tell her my pitch, how we're working as a unit, and we anticipating that things are going to happen here. We want to be the first one that they come to for REOs and non-performing. But more importantly than that, even if they don't have any of that, you guys now have access to real lenders. Yeah. That gives you power because now you got a list of banks. So just keep that in mind, okay? So that's where we're going. So I want you to understand the impact of what just happened with that. With that being said, let's get down to business. You ready to make some money?
Can I ask you something about this kind of business? Did they tell you something about how it will be, the foreclosures, and what they expect?
Well, we're not there yet, but I know how it works. Because once a bank is foreclosed, as I was telling them, you're not in the real estate business, you're in the lending business. They go, we're real.
No, what I want to know is, do they know more or less how many foreclosures are they going to?
They're not there yet. They're not even. The credit unions don't have anything because they give out traditional loans 20%. But the big bank like BBVA, Wells Fargo, which are meeting tomorrow, Sunflower, they're big corporations, so they deal with all type of creative financing. When you have traditional financing, you have very few foreclosures. It's a creative financing that puts people in trouble. Okay, but the ones that have traditional, in my opinion, are going to crash too. So again, the more you put out there, it's a numbers game, but it's a right numbers. It's not just throwing numbers out there. It's about knowing who your target is and what the end result could be. Does that make sense? Now, how many of you here would like to know, well, let me ask you this. How would you like to, you meet a for sale by owner, right? And when you meet with them, you actually are closing a deal at that point.
would like that if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay. We're about to learn how to do that. Okay, now, there's three things that has to do with selling. Number one is you must identify the problem. Everyone, whoever you talk to, has a problem. Mm-hmm. Your job, my job, is to find that problem. Okay? We have to identify that problem. I already identified the bank's problem, not now, but maybe 3 to 6 months from now. Two of them have problems. Sunflower and BBVA. Okay? Then once you understand the problem, you have to isolate it. What does that mean? That means you have to target it and then know what the solution is to that problem. Okay? Once you do that and you do understand it, and this is everything that I do. When you see me in action, this is exactly what I do. I take a call to action. And I literally take a call to action. Okay? Why is that important? Because other people are also thinking the same thing, going about it different. The only difference is they're waiting for that to happen. We're not. They're playing checkers. We're playing chess. Big difference. Now, how hard was it to walk into these banks and just get information when people are afraid to call? How was it?
It wasn't too hard.
Wasn't it? Right? They were almost happy to see us. Ridiculous. And if we had to be back in ours, we're going to spend 2 hours there getting all these. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Why? Because I know what we have. I know how to tell the story. I identify what their problem is. Not one of them disagree with what we said. Not one. The only thing that they don't have product. That's it. Does that make sense? Now, so does that make sense? Okay, so now, let's talk about for sale by owners. What do you think? Where's the marker? What did I do? Oh, here it is, over here. Okay, so now, for sale by owners, from what you heard on the phone call, what do you think one of the major concerns is?
Commissions.
One of their major
Yeah.
concerns, the commission.
Okay.
They don't want to pay it.
All right, commission. Okay, what else?
Bad experience.
But yeah.
Okay, bad experiences. What else?
They think they can do it. They think they can do
Okay,
it, yeah.
they think they shit won't stay. They don't want to deal with agents. What else?
What did you put?
Oh, commission, bad experience, and agents.
Okay.
Okay, can you think of anything else? Pretty much it, right? Okay. Now, investors. What investors' main concern?
How much are they going to make from the sale?
Okay, profit. What else?
Getting a good deal.
Okay. What else? They may not want to pay commissions either, right?
The what?
They may not want to pay commissions either. Right?
But typically when they're investing, they don't pay.
Do you ever run into a problem that they don't like agents? Has that ever came up?
If they're on the sell side, obviously yes. But if they're on the buy side, no.
Okay.
Because they want to make as much money
Of course,
as they can,
of course.
so they don't want to pay.
Right. Okay. The other one is agents at a time, right? Not as much as the sellers, but the buyers still have issues with that, right? Okay. What about the banks? Did I not talk about escrow fund, escrow, shopping, and books? I said that every single time. They were like, "Yeah, you're not in the real estate business. You're in the lending business. Yeah. You want a quick escrow, right? Yeah. And you don't want to shop around. Yeah. It's a language." And the guy who went to one federal credit union, he had a bad experience. He had to go through a lot of stuff for 2 REOs. Remember he told us, and he spoke exactly what he went through. He wished he didn't have to go through that. So what we talked about, we have something special. I'm telling you, we do. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay,
They
so
had bad experiences with other
agents, because what happens is, let's say you never experienced REOs or foreclosed property. Let's say your books are good, and you don't think about it. All of a sudden it happens, and you don't know what to do. The banks start to panic just like anybody else. Oh, I gotta talk to agents. How do I do this? They have no clue. So you got all these scavengers that are calling them, and then they just pick anybody. So we're gonna solve that. And everyone we spoke to, I told them exactly that. They go, you're right. And when that time comes, they're gonna be at ease because Franco Real Estate and Paul Cruz Sales Agency is gonna be there to take care of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought they have like a bunch of realtors with whom they used to work. That was my idea, but it's great that
Oh,
we can have the opportunity.
I don't think with my pocket. I think with their pocket.
No, yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. So we all naturally want to assume that. Like a company has a janitorial company. I know that going into a commercial property. So am I going to stop calling them because they have a janitorial company? Then I'm going to stop calling them because they have an agent? They don't have me. They don't have me. They don't have her. They don't have you. They don't have any of you. Wouldn't you want the shot to at least show your value? I know how to. Give me one shot. That's all I ask for. And you give me 3 minutes of your time, I'll take an hour of your time. You give me a little, I take a lot. Because I know what I have. That's conviction. That's confidence. That's knowing what you have is going to work. Because if I have any doubts, you're going to have doubts. You're going to have doubts. You think she's going to drive with me over there and go to the bank? No. Paul, get your ass up there by so you bring the lead back. I'm telling you, because I think the way, if I was in your position, what would I be thinking? I identify, I isolate it, and I take action. So the banks is escrow. Escrow. What else? Shopping. I want to shop now, man. Shoot. And what's the other one? Books. Okay, so if you know this, and you understand it, and you have solution, and you know this, and you understand this, and you have solutions, and you know this, and you understand this, and you have solution, why can't you create a deal? Why can't you have a buyer and a seller meet and close that deal right there? Because it's not traditional. Buyers always are against sellers. That's just the nature. Because you got one agent here, one agent here. We got to do what's in the best interest of both. And sometimes egos get in the way. But what if you have both? Right? And you persuade the seller that they need your services. Because you had a bad experience. I know you don't want to pay commission, but you're willing to pay for value, right? Yeah. Who doesn't want to pay for value? You had a bad experience? I understand that. I felt the same way. Let me tell you what I found out. I was a fool dismissing agents. Because they're not all the same. Let me tell you what I found out. Isn't that what I did with you guys? Not even having a pitch. Because I understood that. Now we're going to take that experiment and we're going to apply it the right way. So we have that. So wouldn't be the ideal where you get a for sale by owner with an investor? And remember, the for sale by owner is a buyer, an investor, right? So even if they don't give you a listing, what kind of properties do you buy? Are you buying some? Are you selling this one to buy some other ones? I have investors. That's value. Don't let them see you as an agent. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a title you have. I'm a president and CEO of my company. Big freaking deal. It's just a title I have to use. But my actions is what makes me a president and a CEO. It's her actions that make her CEO of Franco Real Estate Group. Does that make sense? You're the CEO. You're the president of yourself. You're the president and CEO of your own 1099 contract. And you have to take that approach. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody, any questions? Okay. Now, everything I said here is everything that I applied so far being with you guys. And by the way, Denise and I are going to be around for a long time as far as having business, doing business. And I'm excited about it. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, by the end of the day, we're gonna make some phone calls. I got 40 leads for you guys. I got another 150 coming, all for sale by owners. And if we can't close deals on that, I'm gonna fire myself. I'm serious. Multi-family units, owner financing, everything that you can want is right there. I'm gonna show you how to put a deal together. Before you go meet with the seller, you're gonna have a deal. Who wants that?
Yes.
You want a deal? You want that?
I want it.
You don't want that?
I want.
Oh, you didn't show me your hand.
Oh, because you show yours. So.
No, but oh, she's witty, I'll tell you. Is that an Argentina thing? Is that what it is?
It's my thing. I
Oh, it's your thing? Oh, that's your thing. All right, I got you. Now!